G'day folks, welcome to a nice little Thursday afternoon update. To kick things off, I've been fairly busy with work as always, but it's a good thing, especially with more supervisory roles and learning more new stuff and teaching people new stuff. It's been really good. I like the crew that I've got now, and hopefully going to add another one soon. Yeah, it's going really well. A few tense moments where we basically had little jobs sprung on us, or people asking about things which have been pending or overlooked, and then having to do it basically then and there in a day. So it's been fun. But no, we're starting to get on top of it, and I'll get a bit more free time back. I'm just working extra hours, that's all. Got to empty the trailer out, do some scrapyard stuff and all that sort of thing again. Keep getting back into that. Just haven't had time for the stuff. Yeah, it's good. I've got to empty the trailer because I'm picking up a equipment autopsy from my boss's friend, neighbour. Picked up a number of things from Gray's online. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's very, very heavy for what it is. It's very well built. He picked up 4 or 5 of them, I think, for like $9 each. So yeah, auction surplus autopsy, and it'll be something different. I don't think you'd see a video of it on YouTube yet, but it'll be something a lot of people use and probably don't really think much about. So yeah, very good. I'd also like to thank my friend Ryan, aka Lego Game Creator, I believe is his YouTube name. I hope I got that right. I know he's been watching my channel pretty much from the start, so I should. But he sent me some end mills, like this little puppy here. Very small, but probably run about 30,000 RPM because the flutes are very fine and very sharply pitched. So I'm guessing that just shreds its way through aluminium and very fine metals at very high speed. There's also a lovely selection of other ones. But you look at the pitch angle of these flutes, it's crazy. I'm used to ones like this over here, but I've never seen them like that before. Most of these are carbide as well. They're tynite coated high speed steel, but all of these other ones are carbide. Like ball tipped ones, ball nose, and flat bottoming ones as well, plenty of them. 3/8, there's metric and imperial, a lot of 3/8, quarter, 4mm, 6mm, 8mm. There's a stubby little, let's say it's like a 3/8, no, 10mm. Unfortunately the corners have been burned off of them. A lot of them, they're used end mills, they're not new. So some of the corners are chipped or damaged, but you've still got that good side flute for cutting, as long as you're not doing a blind hole. Also good for plastics. I mean, I wouldn't worry about this burr on it if I was doing plastics. But most of them have good points on them as well, so they're perfectly good for aluminium and other materials. His father works for a high-end machine shop, and if they get slightly out of spec or damaged, they just throw them out, so he keeps bringing them home to use in his little hobby mill or router. I think it's a little hobby CNC that Ryan's built, and yeah, he gets an absolute surplus of them, and thought I'd like some because I've just picked up a small mini mill, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I like the pitch of the flutes on these things. It's crazy. They're probably made to run at very high RPM, a lot more than what I can put out. The problem with machines that aren't all that rigid is you get a lot of chatter, and carbide doesn't like chatter. They do tend to disintegrate. So I'd probably save the high-speed steel stuff for milling steel, and save these for aluminium, which is much softer and a lot less likely to just rip the flutes apart. Because even running one of these in the Bridgeport style mills at work, the King Rich mills, which are a nice solid machine, I still eat through carbide because the machine isn't quite solid enough, and milling stainless with it is just brutal on them. So you still end up murdering end mills regardless of what you do. So there's a nice stubby little 10mm. So yeah, big thanks to Ryan for sending these in. They are going to go straight into my tooling little cabinet. Well, I've got a drawer at the moment, a small drawer in a tool chest, but I think I'm going to have to expand on that one. And also buy some decent high-speed steel stuff just for general jobbing and blind slots and things like that. But for roughing out and general hobby use, this stuff's fantastic. Like there's a 7/16 or something, I think this is. 11/16, sorry, 7/16 too small, that's more like that one. But it's 11/16 Tynite coated, and that one's still nice and sharp. The mill won't handle putting one of these through steel, so don't worry, I don't even think I have a collet that'll fit it. But it's nice to have it anyway. I can get bigger collet chucks anyway. So yeah, that's good. Next investment is going to be a milling vise, because I didn't get one with the machine, and I can't really do much without it. So I've got the machine cleaned up and the motor runs. So all I've got to do is just work up the tooling a bit. I've got a new edge finder. I've got a good Jacob's chuck. I just need possibly a boring head kit next. A small, like a 2-inch or 3-inch adjustable boring head kit and bar set for it, for doing like large diameter bores in plate and other things like that. Even if I was adventurous, I could even bore a lawnmower cylinder block or something, but I think I'd take it to work and use one of the proper mills for that. One where the knee can move up and down instead. I don't trust a little mini mill for something like that. But yeah, you could do all kinds of things on a mill. They're fantastic. I could take a cylinder head to work and redo it on one of the King Riches. The newer one has a perfectly flat table bedway, so yeah, all the axes are perfectly good on that thing. So I could take like a V6 or a 4-cylinder head there and just shave it off. Just put the big boring head in there, have the bar stick out, so I've got like a 8 or 10-inch sweep, and just gently take a fly cut off it using the boring head and a bar. Really good. And speaking of work stuff, I might even ask if I can do some basic machining videos on my Friday afternoon, because I only work half a Friday, and I might do a few odds and sods just on my own time if they approve it. As long as I don't show anything proprietary, I'm pretty sure they won't give a shit. I mean, I'll just bring my own material or use a bit of scrap and just show what the machines can do and things like that. I mean, there's not a lot I can do. But anyway, I do have a press tool to make out of a big block of, I think it's P20 or maybe even case hardening steel. So that will be fun. Just hogging a big fly cutter through that stuff and watching bright shiny silver curlies come flying off and go transition from silver to yellow to blue before they even hit the floor. It's really amazing. And yes, they are as hot as they sound. You don't want to touch them. They burn into the soles of your boots. They hit bits of oil on the table and the chip pan and throw up little puffs of wonderful smelling smoke. Oh, it's great fun. So anyway, that's about all for now. Just keeping busy, but still getting some time into the shop. And I'm going to be putting the tyre machine into service soon in the carport. It's got to come out of here anyway. It's taken up too much space for too long, and I've got another big toy coming in here from my friend down the road. I'm not going to say where, but yeah, my boss's neighbour, or my supervisor's neighbour. It's funny, what's a supervisor of a supervisor? I mean, I'm a supervisor, I run a small metal shop, but my former supervisor is now still, yeah, he still calls the shots the final shot, but yeah, he's my friend. That's all I think of him as. A good friend of mine. Top bloke to work with. This bloke I bought the EB Fairmont off and all sorts of other things. He got the Volt plasma and he's got his little entertaining area and he's wrapped with the plasma TV. He loves it. Watching the football last weekend. Yeah, we do heaps of stuff together, so we'll yeah, keep on with that one. He also donated the Delphi injection pump for autopsy. So this is Terry, the bloke I've referenced plenty of times. One day you'll get to meet him on film. Yeah, really very smart PLC VFD guru. I showed him this thing in the booklet, and he basically just said 2-channel or 2-wire setup, and just go back over the parameters in it and make sure everything's right. And sure enough, I went over them and found one of them looked right, but it was actually wrong because the value in the book was different to what it should have been. So yeah, that'll work. That'll work quite well. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off tonight, I think. Although I do have a bootload of stuff in the back of the Blue Rav. Blue Rav's been carrying around all kinds of junk for the last week. I should really clean them out, but they're just old power supplies and control boxes and things from work. We had another clean up today. So there's some autopsy stuff in there, but they're just small things like a submerged motor drive and its power supply for another manufacturer. another power supply control box, a remote control, like a wireless pull cover control box from the late 90s, I guess. There's some interesting tech in there. A lot of EEPROM and PIC based logic chips, and maybe even earlier stuff. I don't know what they based them on back then, but yeah, some of these systems are fairly smart, and they have good little DC power supplies and drives in them, because they're all extra low voltage, 12 or 24 volt, so there's always plenty of good transformers and power supplies. So yeah, that's that. And also, that's what I'm waiting for, a phone call from Repco with the power steering pump seal kit for Vicky, because I'm going to pull that pump out and reseal it. I've already had a quick look at the lines going to the pump, and there's a lot of fluid around, but I don't think the lines themselves are leaking. I think the back of the housing of the pump is. So I've got a kit for that coming very soon. And yeah, Betty's still there. We can't keep her away. I've got to get her back on the road. I've just realised I haven't driven her on the road for like 3 weeks now. Battery's getting a bit flat too, so time to swap cars around. But the thing is, I took all the new tyres off her and put them all on Blue. Blue Rav's got a full set of brand new tyres now, and Betty's got 2 old ones and 2, well, newish crappy ones. So I sort of want to spend another $300 and something on a good pair of Maxxis for her front wheels. Just at least have good front tyres and just put the shitty ones on the back. Because right now things are a bit hairy in the wet, and it has been wet. It's been raining a lot more lately, and yeah, things get wet. And I get miserable because I hate winter. I hate wet weather. I know summer can be overbearingly hot sometimes, but God, I love it a lot more than working outside in the mud and the wet. Even with the little lean-to, as soon as you've got to do something or go around to the back of the car or something, your boots are muddy, you're traipsing it all over your work area, all over your work mat. It's winter. I hate winter. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. I've got to get this area sorted out and get a little mini PC up there so I can put that plasma into use. I spent money fixing it, I might as well use the bloody thing and bring the autopsy table back in front of it. Yeah, that's all part of getting this out of here and installed where I want to run it.